We have started a religious organization legally recognized in the state of Idaho as a not-for-profit religious organization with a forthcoming 501c3 from the federal government. We call this organization Asatru Global, with the sole mission of uniting Asatru around the world. Because if you look deep enough, whether you consider yourself Asatru, Vanatru, Rockatru, or any other true, we are more alike than we are different, and we're more like each other than we are those that would try to silence us and push us back into the dark ages. No other national or global organization exists to support your path, solitary or tribal, without dogma, and that changes today. So if you're ready to help Asatru rise from the ashes of racism, confusion, and division, then like this video and share it with your friends that you think might benefit from a global organization that exists to support your path. You can reach us directly at asatruglobal@gmail.com because your voice matters. Asatru Global is already recognized in the state of Idaho as a not-for-profit religious organization, and we've submitted our paperwork to the federal government for our official 501c3. But we're more than just paperwork, we are a movement, and you can be a part of it. Born of the Northwoods Kindred, Asatru Global exists just to help real people who are trying to walk this path. People who need ritual, community, guidance, and connection. Whether you're leading a kindred, a large community, or you're walking in the woods alone, we see you, and we're building this for you. We reject grifting, politics, and backdoor gains. What we don't reject is our responsibility to the community. So tell us where you're from in the comments, and if you're in a kindred, share that kindred name. And if you're a solitary practitioner, then declare it proudly. Follow us on all social media platforms or email us directly at asatruglobal@gmail.com. This is a brand new haul and you're invited in. I know that we put a lot of videos out showing ritual based on our basic structure, but let's be clear, we don't believe in dogma at all, but we do believe in structure. Dogma tells you what to think. Structure gives you the tools to think for yourself, and that's what we're about. Structure is what turns scattered sparks into a lasting fire. It's what unites strangers into tribes and tribes into a community. And we intend to build that structure through public rituals, shared seasonal celebrations, clergy training, and resources for groups and solitary practitioners who may have never had a seat at the table before. We're currently developing a non-dogmatic Gothi training program for individuals on a solo path, as well as group clergy, like kindred leadership, and those serving in a military and government clergy roles. And this includes a special track for government and military Gothar or military kindred leadership that require a certain amount of structure in order to qualify for federal recognition in those roles. A role that I know all too well, having served 20 years in the United States Marine Corps. Because our people deserve representation. And in the eyes of the U.S. government, that looks like structure and support. So if you're called to serve, then email us at asatruglobal@gmail.com. We're looking for teachers, ritual leaders, chaplain's assistants, chaplains, and anyone else who wants to serve our community in that environment. Asatru Global will help you answer that call. Now, we didn't appear out of nowhere. We were forged in the fires of the Northwoods Kindred. So love us or hate us, we have never compromised in our integrity, our non-political stance for Asatru, and our support and help to the greater Asatru community. Have we made mistakes? Many. Have we grown? Painfully. So if you still harbor a grudge for me, Gothi Bodvar, or Gija Skogul, or any of the Northwoods Kindred, then I formally invite you to reach out to us at asatruglobal@gmail.com. It's very important because it's likely that you are an important part of our growth to get to where we are today. You know, sometimes you step into someone's life and you don't step into the pretty chapters. You step into those moments when they're not prepared to deal with whatever the environment throws at them. Some of you have stepped into our lives in those moments, and for that, we want to reconcile. So your pain was likely part of our growth, and you deserve to be heard. So if your interaction with us has ever been negative, then you still deserve our support, our gratitude, and more importantly, our apology. Asatru is a global folk religion. It is valid, it is sacred, and it is no longer in the shadows. But if we want the world to take us seriously as pagans, as heathens, as Asatuar, then the first thing we have to do is we have to take each other seriously. And if we want the world to listen to us, then we have to listen to each other. And we have to support each other. And if we want the world to take us seriously, that means organizing. And not organizing against any group of people or any organized religion or any global group. It means organizing for something greater. Many groups have come together to organize against something, and that's failed over and over again. Let's try something new. Let's organize for each other, for Asatru, and for this growing global path. More importantly, for our gods and ancestors that walk beside us. Asatru has existed, basically in the same form that it is, in excess of 50 years in this country and around the world. And we have had the same issues as far back as I can remember, and I've been a part of this community for well over half of its existence. It's time to do something different. It's time to do better for ourselves and for each other. So now this is the path we're on. It's new, it's unpaved, and it's unfamiliar territory. Now guaranteed we will stumble, we will misstep, we will react with emotion, and sometimes we'll misread the needs of our folk that we're trying to serve. That is all part of the human condition. So we ask that when you walk with us, have compassion for us and forgiveness for the mistakes that we make as you guide us and help us learn, and as we provide an example for you and guide and help you learn in turn. And when we get things wrong, that's not failure. That's just being human. That's the way the gods made us, and that is in their image and in their example. Now, we're not here to sell you a heathen utopia. We're here to build something that outlasts us. And we're going to ask you to walk through that mud with us and keep our eyes firmly fixed on the horizon. And to do this, we need you. We need your forgiveness. We need your labor. We need your financial support when it's available. We need your feedback. And we're going to need volunteers, locally at first, eventually nationally, and ultimately globally. Just imagine a world where your heathen holidays don't have to wait for the Abrahamic days off in order to be celebrated. A future where your faith, your rituals, and even your UPGs are protected by law and representation, and not punished by stigma, ignorance, and bigotry. That's what we're working for. And remember, as I said before, Asatru Global is not organizing against anyone or anything. That's been tried and that's failed time and time again. We are organizing for Asatuar and heathens who want support, connection, and unity in our tribe. We are organizing for those who are tired of being told to stay in the shadows by bigots and racists. Asatru Global is for those who want to walk this path in the daylight. They want to wear their hammer outside their clothing. They want to declare to the world that we love our gods, our ancestors, and the spirits of this land, and we're not ashamed of it, and we're not ashamed to talk about it. And we want to do those things free of ridicule, judgment, and the ignorance of the people that we come in contact with on a daily basis. We're doing this for you, for your families, for your kindreds, for your folk, for your communities, and for the gods that live within all of us, and the spirits of this land that we live, for all the blessings that it bestows on us. We want to say thank you to the spirits, to the gods, to our ancestors, and to the folk, as we try to unite Asatuar the world over. We are Asatru Global, and you are Asatru Global. For heathens, by heathens. Together we rise, never to be forced into the shadows again. Thor Vigi, my friends.